Yeah. Okay, welcome to the channel. Today we are explaining how to mesh two body mods together to give the super body mod that I have managed to get to work properly and play as a normal one layer body mod. So this is basically 3 body mods in one, is what is being shown on the screen, to the thickest enhancement you can get with physics. Now to do this, the basic body that you need is the SP0, which is from Better Body, and its enhancement, whichever one you want to choose. I chose the thickest. And then from there, once that character is set and you can see the skin texture and everything, you know, with its prerequisites, because you need the prerequisites installed for the skin to show, you can actually see the outline. You know, it would be invisible, but if you look closer, you can see the outline if you're missing one of the prerequisites, which is the high poly body and the KV framework. Right now I'm using the higher quality high poly body and the higher quality 4K KV KS UV framework, right? And on top of that, I have the lush body, and on top of that, I have the songbird body. The songbird body must be installed manually with its prerequisites. The prerequisites can be used with a mod manager, but the songbird body and the color variations need to be installed manually. They will not show if you try to install it with a mod manager, so you have to install it manually, right? And that is the last body mod. That way you get the skin textures with the overlay of the droid exposed parts, right? You have to do it in that order. And once you install one body mod, of course you want to enter the game, make sure everything's working correctly, and then you add the second one, enter the game, you see everything, save the game, and then you come in now with the if you want to add the third, which is a songbird, you know, that actually has nothing to do with the shape. It doesn't affect the shape. As you can see, she still has her shape even if she's undressed, and the songbird is still there, because sometimes, depending on how you install stuff, if you remove the clothing, the body will change. This stays exactly that because it has to be done in a certain order, and how you add the body mod. So the underlay has to be the better body. Then you go for the lush to get this sort of shape, and of course if you want the exposed droid parts, you put the songbird last, right? So now I'm going to come out of this and I'm going to go into my mod manager, and I'm going to show exactly the mods that are used to get this specific enhanced thickness. Now, one downside to this, before I come out of this screen and go to my mod manager, is that you can only use the vanilla clothes. If you use anything other than Lush Lush, you can use that refitted clothes or that clothes option specific for this body, not for this body, but for whatever body other than the Lush Lush. It will show, but it will have some clipping. With this, you can't do that. You have to use the vanilla, and there's barely any clipping. If you tried to use anything else, it won't work. Even the Lush Lush or the Lush body refits, yeah, only can use the vanilla. So when you mesh or combine the better body with the Lush Lush, you can only use the vanilla refits and the vanilla clothing. Everything else, you can use the vanilla clothing, and you can use that enhance or overlay body refits. Right? That's the only downside to this thick shape, and it has to be done in order. The underlay, the first body, has to be the better body, or you're gonna have problems as far as getting the thickness that someone would mention to me how I get the body so thick, right? And it has to be done in a certain order. So I'm gonna come out of this and we're gonna go into my mod manager. So we're gonna go from here. 3, 2, 1. Okay, we're in the mod manager and we are already at where we need to be. Now, we have the SPO body. I'll have it highlighted. I could probably zoom in on this, but I'll have it written on what this is. That's the SP0 body mod 2.0. That you have to have. That's the first thing you need to install. Then you can come down and add, as you can see, I have the KS Ultra HP body, right? And this is for Cyberpunk skin, right? That's not actually part of, the, making the body. That's actually a skin texture. And I also have the KS UV texture framework with high heel feet and custom textures. This is the classic install. I'm not using the Redmond, right? I also have the KV Cyberpunk skin installed, but that's not part of this video. And down here you have the where is it? You have the SP0 body mod. Wait a minute. Yeah. No, where is it? Yeah. The SP0 high poly body. This is with high feet. You can use flat feet if you want. But that is a very important part of this, right? The SP0 high poly body mod, and you have the KS. I'm using the Ultra KV framework, right? It says 16 times vanilla polygon count, right? This is the unique ultra high poly body, right? This is again, that's a skin texture, but I'm using there are two versions. There's the basic, and then there's the high poly. For the framework and for the high poly body, you have an ultra version, and I have both installed. You can either use the basic or you can use both. Whichever one you want to use. Right? And from there, I have installed the Lush Lush. Let me go down to the Lush Lush. Okay, here it is. It's Lion's Lush body. This is the UV. This is the UV version, and that is the second. That is the first overlay. You got the underlay, which is the SP0, and you have the framework and the high poly body, whichever you want to use, the ultra or the basic. And then you have the Lion Lush, right? That's the lush body. If I'm not, if I'm correct. Yeah, Lion's Lush body. I have Lion's Lush refits there, right? That's with the UV framework, works with the UV framework. And then on top of that, I have the Songbird. Now, I can't go in the mod manager to show the Songbird. I'll have it up here somewhere because that's actually installed manually. If you try doing it through the mod manager, um, it's not actually going to install it in the game's archive, only in the staging folder. So you have to, just like when you install the mods for certain cars, you have to install it. Well, you're supposed to install it manually. I use the mod manager and it works. But with that body, specifically, with the mod manager, it's not going to work. You have to install it manually to the game folder. That's if I don't think it says that in the description when you download the mod. Right, that's if you want to expose body droid parts to show in the head and in the back and the back of the arm and the torso area. Right, now you have to install it a certain way because the Songbird will actually change the body if and lose some of the skin texture. So you have to make sure that that is installed last. Right. Before do not install it before the lush or whatever overlay body over the better body mod, which is the base. That has to be completely last when you install it, right? So you want the body be set first, everything correct, and then add if you want the droid, because you can easily just delete it or move it out the archive of the game folder, and you have the whatever skin texture you have basically showing without the exposed mechanical parts. And that's basically it and how you get. Now, one other thing, I use all the physics from the Better Body mod, and it works with whatever body mod as my overlay body. It works with it, even with the Songbird. So they have three. You have physics for the Better Body that actually works for other body mods. With the three body mods meshed together, and you get all the physics as well. Right now, it says if you look on the, let's say, the Lion Lush, or you look at the Songbird. I don't know about the Songbird, but it tells you it's not compatible with the better body mod, the SP0 body. Works for me. Right, I've had some problems with it, and I just usually have to start all over again and be careful how many overlays I put on to give a different look, or sort of a different shape, because you can actually add the realistic butt mod, but that one is very tricky because it will make the body freak out, and you have to start all over again. You can't just delete this, delete that. No, you gotta start all the way from an invisible character, which means that you have missing prerequisites with the better body mod, and start from there to get rid of the glitching of the body, right? So you don't want that. So I do 3, but I would recommend only doing 2 combinations together. And it all has to start from the better body. And that's basically it. You know, thank you for watching, and forever, whoever that guy was on TikTok, or I don't know, a female, whoever, here's the video. All right, so I hope now you can get the body to work correct or look the way you want. But remember, if you're using the Lion Lush, only the vanilla clothes. If you use any other overlay on top of the better body, you can use that, but only the vanilla when you have this. Not even the actual overlay refits will work anymore. All right, that's it. Thanks for watching.